Hi, this is Trina. I want to tell you about my collaborative and online instruction for the Delaware call center operations. This is required training for our employees who have to perform answering calls during a state health operations center activation for pandemics, illnesses, natural disasters, and bioterrorism. This screencast will introduce you to how I use technology as an instructional lesson in Google. Then I will discuss the assessments rubric and finally tell you my thoughts or reflections. So here I have in the collaborative online instruction to introduce you to what I use, which is Google Docs and Google Slides within Google Drive. Because this really helped me to make this training more connecting people together, improve collaboration, improve communication, and with the final aspect to creating the performance. Using this technology was great because you don't need to purchase the software, and I can use it anywhere in the classroom or in the office training rooms for the state of Delaware. So here you see the instructional design plan itself was clearly the key here. I really needed to make sure that this plan related to how I use Google Drive. And it was great to come up with the collaborative performance using this Google. I needed to make sure that the set intended learning objectives were met and that they also align to the connecting, collaborating, creating, and communicating, that all that wrapped up together to make this a great performance for the learners. There are a lot of key players here, and I had to do a visual concept map in my head that sort of looks like this because it helped me to develop this lesson. So in using the Google Drive tools, it was easy for me it was easy for the learners to collaborate without having to be on the internet drives within the state system. They could use it anytime, any place, and anywhere on any smart device as long as they had internet. And it was great for state employees because we have a lot of IT restraints, so they could use this even at home if they wanted to. So here in the goal analyst diagram, the overall instructional goal here was that learners will demonstrate positive customer service training skills to assess client calls concerning an incident by using resources during a state health operations center activation. We had to find ways to have our employees demonstrate this, but they also needed to understand the roles of everyone else at the call center. And collaborating together in Google Docs is a great way to do this because they have to read each person's role that is in the group and then act on what that person provides. It helps them communicate by writing, collaborating by sharing, and posting in the Google Docs and Google Slides, connecting together by working together to complete the performance. So here is the rubric, and I use this rubric as a summative assessment. It was given to the learner so they know what to expect for their performance. And I created this authentic assessment. I had to identify what my learners knew and what they could do according to the information that I provided. And then I had to develop tasks that they could perform and then decide how to measure those tasks. So making sure that these tasks match with the collaborative product area assessments and the instructional design plan. I provide a link to the learner to go to Rubistar website and so that they could suggest different ways that I could improve on the rubric because I always value input from my learners. I also felt it was important to include the different learning styles of visual, auditory, and kinesthetic so that differentiation for learning took place for this. So even though I want my learners engaged and motivated, I now need to do this using collaborative instruction. And technology is really the key here. I know I need to improve in doing more collaborative instruction to make it relate to goals. So many people want to do training on their own time. So it has definitely changed my thinking with instructor-learned training. I know I learn more in online courses when I'm at home or in my office. And I think instructor-led trainings is definitely a thing of the past. Thank you for listening and take care.